Good afternoon and welcome to Flowing with Christopher Kermie. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I am great. Today is my day off, so I'm lounging for the day. Well, at least for the first part of the day. See what happens next. Yeah, I was vegging and I was binging on a show. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a pause to do a Flowing with Christopher Kermie video. I was going to do one earlier, but I had other activities going on, doing some art and whatnot. But here we are. Welcome to Flowing with Christopher Kermie. I will bring out Shira again. This is Shira, my singing bowl. Bring good energy into the room, and for those of you watching, your room as well. There you are. Shire loves to sing with you guys. So, have you guys noticed, for those of you who have been watching, I changed the name last week from Ricky with Christopher Kermie to Flowing with Christopher Kermie, because I came to the conclusion, well, we do a lot more than just Ricky share here. We do cards. We just flow with conversation, and, you know, really, what this is just a safe place for myself to share with you guys, and hopefully become a safe place for you guys as well. So, how I begin this is, I'll introduce Shira, of course, and I do a card reading, and then we share about it for a little bit, share my perspective and my experience, and hopefully have you guys do the same thing with me. And also, towards the end, share some Ricky. So, without further ado, let's do a card pull, shall we? This used to be 7 decks right in front of me of cards, but that got a little overwhelming, so I just downsized to 3, and I'll switch them up here and there. So, today I got my Empath deck, card for Empaths, my Ascended Masters deck, and also the Soul's Journeys deck. These are my Oracle cards, and I pull them from them almost every day, and it's been a great help and a great tool for inspiration for me. And I believe that whatever tools that are available to us in our lives are available to use. So these are the tools I use. So to begin, I hover my hand over the decks of cards, and wherever my energy feels inclined to stop, it stops, and pick that deck. So let's do that. And the deck I pick, I don't shuffle, I just mix it up, because that's just what I do. I'm okay with that. So, let's stop at one of my new decks. Ascended Masters decks. So let's mix them up and see what is for the highest good of not only myself but the collective. You know, think about all these other tarot card readers, oracle card readers out there, and they just focus outwardly, but I like to focus on not only you guys but myself as well, because in my opinion, it's not only healing me, but it has the potential to heal others too, as I share these videos. And that's not me being, you know, egotistical or stuck up. I'm just sharing from my experience and what I have experienced in life and with others. So let this be a collective thing for all of us. You know, I just am looking for that safe space, like I shared, and this has become one for me. Of course, it's safe; it's my place, but you know what I mean. All right, put my energy into it, put your energy into it, all that good stuff. So, I will spray out the deck and draw a card. And then with this deck, I have a booklet so we can read more on it than just what the card says, which is awesome. Love that. Pick the card, and it says, dun, 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 what God is it today? They're always fun to pronounce. See the other person's point of view. Avalokadikvera. Very pretty card. Very cool. Nice artwork. See the other person's point of view. I love that. So let's find that in the book. See the other person's point of view. That's good. Let's see, would that be S? I think that's how this book works. Still getting to know this book a little bit. Well, I will continue to get to know all my books because it's a lot. But I'm okay with that because we learn something every day. Let's see here. I should be almost there. Thank you for being patient. See other person's point of view. Okay, let's see if we can see this small writing. Let me get closer to the light, shall we? Avalokadikvera. Pronounced Avalokadikvera. Interesting names, but let's continue, shall we? You have strong emotions about this situation, and you may feel upset, misunderstood, or used. The card comes to you as a pathway to peace by asking you to consider other points of view. You don't need to agree with these other individuals. You're simply asked to understand their motivation and to have compassion for their feelings. This process can positively shift the energy of power struggles, much like letting go of a rope during a tug of war. As you see the other person's point of view, you open the door for creative solutions to enter. Additional meaning of this card. See yourself through the eyes of any person you desire to know or meet. Let go of defensiveness in your relationship. Look past the surface personality and see the divine within others. Forgive past hurts and start anew. Avalokadikvera is an Eastern deity who watches over the world and hears all prayers. He's considered to be the male energy form of Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Avalokadikvera has elected to postpone his own ascension into Buddhahood until all of humanity is free. Wow. Until then, his rally is available to anyone who calls upon him for help and spiritual guidance growth concerns. See the other person's point of view. That is a great reading, and something that I really work hard on a daily basis. Being raised sometimes the ways we're raised, and see what we see, just walking around this world the way we walk around. Sometimes we get trained not to see other people's points of view in life, and if we take that moment to see what that reading was sharing about, see the divine in others. With our humanness, it's very challenging sometimes, but once we do, we all have that different point of view in life, right? But we always like to think that ours is not always, not for everybody. We always sometimes I think, you know what? I know there's other points of views out there, but mine's important. I know mine. I understand mine. Mine. But that becomes selfish, and that becomes that allows us to become small-minded, closed-minded, ignorant, not open to other people's truths and other people's view of the world and whatnot. To me, in my age doesn't matter, but my late 40s, I come to that conclusion a lot these days that, you know what, we all share this planet. We all have different views. We all add to it, add to the world, add to this big puzzle piece called life. We are all that piece of that puzzle, in my opinion, and my beliefs today. I say today because deep down probably had those beliefs, but living life takes that a lot of that away. Living life and not paying attention to what is real, we lose track of that in life. We lose track of other people's point of view because we get that ego overpowering our lives to believe that we're all the only ones. And together, what I realize is we're all a piece of that puzzle. Like I said, we're all share different points of view, yes, but we can come together and build that puzzle that I speak of. And to me, that's the analogy of this big planet, this weird, confused, sometimes difficult, challenging world we live in. To me, it's a big puzzle, and we are puzzle pieces. So we need those other points of view in life to grow, to expand, to evolve. I know for me, when I just stick to myself, like I was sharing a few moments ago, that I only see my point of view. And I look back at all that, I see myself as not growing, not evolving. I felt stuck for many years. I was stuck in drug addiction due to being stubborn, being selfish, and not... Well, yeah, I'll listen to those points of view, but I shunned a lot of that out in life, like we all do from time to time. But we stay open till we're doing this all together. I believe, we can grow and evolve in the direction we choose to. Instead, I'm going to go this way and I believe this and no one else's belief is relevant in my life. Hell yeah, it is. We're all doing this together. We're all figuring this out together. And that selfishness is, sometimes plain ugly. I know for me, there's different kinds of selfishness. I can be selfish and, grow and keep my boundaries up. That's not really selfish. That's what sometimes the world calls selfish. Is doing it for you. Keeping stuff to ourselves. That's not selfish. That's part of some growth in your life, in my opinion. But before I get off topic, see the other's point of view. Listen to other people. Focus on the world around us. Yes, we have focus on ourselves. We can do that. And we don't have to take everybody's opinion as truth. Like that reading says, we can listen to their opinion. We don't have to agree with them. We don't have to hate them because we disagree either. This is a big freaking, like I said, weird life sometimes, and we're all trying to figure it out. So why don't we all just try to figure it out together instead of just doing it by ourselves? I feel like, I've done things by myself for a very long time, but a lot of that had to do with my past drug addiction and whatnot. And, speaking of, I have little over 8 years clean, and I've never felt better in my life. You know, I still every day is something different. Every day is something different. But we don't have to be selfish and close ourselves off for a minute and dwell on things that aren't working for us and beat ourselves up. That used to be me for most of my life. And once I got clean, I, stepped up and for myself and realized, there's a lot more life than what I've been doing. Life is an exploration. It's supposed to be an adventure, and that's the way I want my life to be. And every day is different. Every day sometimes brings something new to ourselves. But yeah, that is an awesome reading. See other points of view, other people's points of view. It helps us with our growth, helps us with our evolution, helps us understand other people. For the longest time for myself, I didn't take that time to understand other people. I didn't take that time to build relationships, because if they thought differently, did differently, I shut them out. I don't want to do that today. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy the people around me. I want to find joyous occasions and experience with the people around me. So, that is a great thing, great reminder to, listen to other people. Understand what they're talking about. Take that time and grow. That was a nice topic. I could go on and on and on, but sometimes when I do go on and on and on and on, I can go in circles. So I want to keep these videos under 20 minutes, and the rest of this video right now, I can do a Reiki share with you all. Go shower first. So on that note, let's do some Reiki. All you have to do is breathe with me and receive. I'll just put my hands up to the screen, and like I said, just receive. It's universal energy for all of us from Source itself. Excuse the pain on my hand, but anyway, let's take some few more breaths and feel that. Take that time to understand other people's points of view. Don't just shun them away like I have for so long in life. I'm wondering why the relationships aren't there in my life, because I have consciously or unconsciously shunned them out. We don't have to do that today. We can enjoy every moment and all those experiences with others. Yeah, we don't have to agree. Just love through the process. Agreeing or disagreeing with the person. Listen to the opinions of others. And feel that good energy in your life. There you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed that and didn't shun me out and just listen to my opinions. This is what community is supposed to be about. Sharing, building. been listening to Shira, my singing bowl that loves y'all. On that note, oh, look at that. It's time to go for now. Alright, well, anyway, love you guys. Hope you got some out of my video. Comment below if you guys want to chat about stuff or just say hi. And I'm also these same videos on YouTube, so like and subscribe so you can get more. Not only these videos, but Kermie karaoke. The next video will be probably Kermie karaoke. So chat soon. Peace.